My sister had a friend who wanted to sell her cat. The cat was almost abandoned by her owner, who treated her as a toy for her kid. We felt sorry for that little creature. For that reason, and because we adore cats, we decided to get her. My father wasn't very pleased by this, as he hated cats and considered them as animals that belong to the streets. My other sister decided to get another cat. Then my other sister decided to get another one, but there was an offer to get 2 twin cats and she went ahead with it. My father thought we were challenging him by that choice and he didn't like it. It started out as a joke about hurting the cats, but it didn't take long for it to turn real. He one day threw a sandal at Tom. Another time he kicked Kuro. We began locking the doors of our 2 rooms whenever he was home. It got to the point where cats get frightened and run away whenever they see anyone wearing thobe. My father sent a video of himself holding a cat by the tail and swinging it around while laughing. He also tried to put it in a plastic bag. Apparently the reason was because the cat managed to break in one of his bird cages and kill some birds. He was threatening to hurt and even kill our cats. It became a habit of him to check the 2 rooms to see if he can lay hands on the cats and look for chances whenever someone comes in and goes out of the rooms. One day he found one room is open. He didn't find a cat there, so he threw away a cat bed and the only travel carrier we had. He also threw away the 2 litter boxes we were keeping outside. We searched for the items but couldn't find them. The only option we were left with was to buy new litter boxes and put them inside the rooms. My father was complaining more and more almost every day while watching TV with my mother. My mother was asking us again and again to sell the cats. She'd never been on our side, not even once. She suggested that we keep the cats but leave them outside within the walls of the house. That was a bad option, however. There wouldn't be anything protecting them from the heat of the sun. Instead, we suggested we keep them upstairs between the apartments. The apartments weren't occupied by anyone anyways. My father's approval was confirmed, and so we transferred the cats there. It didn't take long till we reached midsummer and we felt it's not convenient for the cats anymore. We thought about getting a portable air conditioner for them but didn't know from where. Eventually, we let them inside the house again. One time, my room was unlocked and so my father went ahead and removed the door lock. Because of lack of privacy, my sister and I had to change clothes either in the bathroom or behind the door. A few days later, we found the lock under his bed and put it back. We were letting the cats outside the rooms when my father wasn't home. We know the exact time he leaves and returns home since he had a specific routine even for weekends. One day, the cats were playing in the kitchen like the usual. My father unexpectedly arrived home and saw the cats. He caught Toro. He was holding him tightly by the neck as we all gathered and attacked at once, trying to release Toro from his grasp. We were all panicked at that moment. My mother was crying and shouting, "Stop!" Toro was motionless. I thought he was gone. I grabbed a pan and started hitting my father on the head in despair. After a lot of effort, Toro managed to release and run away. Some of us developed bruises and scratches, but that was nothing compared to how traumatized Toro was. He climbed the closet and stayed still while heavily breathing for half an hour before he felt safe again and went down. Ironically, my father got mad because someone was hitting him on the head. The semester was about to start and no one would be there to protect the cats from my father's hands anymore. He said he was gonna wait until all 4 of us go out and he will bring tools to unlock the doors. Then he would take the cats and sell them for anyone he finds for very cheap. We had no option but to give up. And so we put all the cats for sale, hoping they are gonna be treated better in their next homes. First, Tom went away, followed by Ellie. We were running out of time and couldn't find a place for Koro and Toro. My father thought we were stalling. He disconnected the air conditioners of the 2 rooms. We couldn't find out how he did it. My room had a small fridge. We used to empty it and let the cats get inside to get cooler. Sleeping for us was very inconvenient. My sister decided to go sleep somewhere else for the air conditioner. It was too sad of a situation for me. I decided to accept it and sleep on the floor. Let the tiles cool me a little. We didn't put the cats for adoption because we wanted someone who is willing to spend money to take care of them, not someone who would only feed them leftovers. There was a girl who was willing to take them, but one day after, she said she couldn't anymore because her father was angry when he knew. We made the decision to sell Koro and Toro for cheap so someone will take the 2 brothers together. And so they were gone. That happened only 2 days before the semester started. My mother was begging us to sell the cats. She made a deal with us that she would convince my father to let us in one of the apartments upstairs after we sell the cats. After that was achieved, she denied she ever said anything like that. It was such a letdown. We hated her and my father so much we started avoiding them to completely ignoring their existence. My parents began to express concerns to my older sister. "When will this end?" my mother asked. Little did she know it was never going to. My older sister assigned herself as the link between the 4 of us sisters and my parents to try and solve everything. When she asked what could bring us to talk to my parents again, we simply said, an apology. I don't think she ever informed that to my parents. At no circumstance would my father belittle himself and apologize. And my mother was still claiming she never promised anything. In 2018, women were finally allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia. Even though I knew I wasn't gonna get to drive soon, it still created a hype and hope for more decisions to come, particularly traveling without my father's consent. One day, just maybe one day,